All right, everyone. Good evening. We're a little late with the video today because a couple other things of video worthy subjects came out. And then we had the stream with the Hawk's Nest. I wanted to prioritize that, of course. But I have not forgotten it is time for Pass Coverage Thursday. You guys know how it goes. You guys know how this works. We're going to jump in, take a look at how the various defensive players on the Seahawks stacked up in coverage. So, starting with the linebackers, we've got some stuff to go over here. We had a not so great game from maybe both of these guys, but at least one of these guys. Bobby got targeted 5 times. I think he gave up 4 completions for let's see here, 22 yards. That's fine. His season overall is still he's getting targeted a lot. Our linebackers get targeted in coverage more than 10 times a game, and I don't know how that compares with other linebacker groups around the league, but it's clearly something that is having some success. I mean, look at these numbers. 472 yards on the season. It's not terrible because it's 71 targets, but you can see that teams feel like they can hit their checkdowns over and over on Bobby and make some positive plays. But Bobby's doing okay overall. Not doing so okay is Jordyn Brooks, who has allowed 58 completions on 70 targets, 83% completion, almost 700 yards. He gave up almost 100 yards in coverage against the Texans. Yeah. So, a lot of the things that the Texans did well on offense, a lot of those yards they piled up, they went on Jordyn Brooks' head, man. And we knew he wasn't going to be good in coverage, is the thing, when we drafted him. We had a pretty good idea of that. So, it's not surprising, but it is disappointing. His QB rating allowed is 116.7 on the season. So, it's his first full year starting. I will see where this goes, but this probably is who he is. It's unfortunate, but it's a limitation that will hopefully be less pronounced once he moves to middle linebacker. Hopefully that happens soon. Darrell Taylor was targeted once, allowed a completion for like 8 yards, so not a significant deal. He's basically getting no coverage work. I should honestly put Benson Mayowa here instead. That would probably be more educational at this point, but regardless, he did get targeted once. And that's it for the linebackers, not counting Mayowa, who maybe I'm going to add him starting next week. How about that? Okay, cornerbacks. Another good game for the cornerbacks for the most part. They faced a lot of attempts because Davis Mills was dropping back to pass a lot since the Texans were playing from behind a decent chunk of that game. And they held up. DJ Reed got targeted, I think, 8 times and only allowed 4 completions for a relatively solid, excuse me, less than 40 yards. So DJ Reed still having a really good season. You guys got to remember this season that you're seeing DJ Reed have is including the first 3 games when he was playing out of position because Carroll lost his mind for a little bit there. So DJ Reed still killing it. He's going to get some money this year. I don't know if it's going to come from us. I don't know if it's going to come from someone else, but he deserves his money. Period. Really impressive. Remember, we don't have a pass rush, really. Sidney Jones, he got targeted a few times and he held up again. He did commit one unfortunate penalty, but he only got targeted 4 times, gave up 2 completions for a very small amount of yards, 7, according to PFR. So he is genuinely getting better with every game he played, and pretty much everything that he's given up of significance happened in the first few games. I speak no hyperbole when I say that I think Sidney Jones has improved with every game he's played for the Seahawks. Every single week that goes by, better, better, better. If we choose to bring back Pete Carroll next year, if we choose to bring back this defense next year, then Sidney Jones has earned the right to stick around. And I can't believe we're here because a couple months ago, he looked like the worst corner of the Pete Carroll era, worse than Kerry Williams. Bless you, one Austin got on the field a little bit. He got picked on a little bit when he got on the field. He got targeted 3 times for 3 completions and I think like 40 yards. So it was mostly not particularly relevant. It was garbage timey. It was after DJ Reed got hurt. The game felt pretty much over at that point. But Bless You on Austin is I mean, he just is, I guess. That's the best way I can put it. Bless you on Austin is fine. Um, Only cornerback left to talk about is Hugo Ahmadi. He got targeted 6 times. He gave up 3 completions, so pretty good, actually. Well above his usual clip. And it was for 30 yards. So Hugo, yeah, decent game. He made a couple plays on the ball, too, I think. I think he had a couple of PDs. So Hugo is what he is. Hugo is just okay. He's maybe slightly better than a Jag, but that was a pretty good game, and I got to give him credit for that. Still waiting for him to actually make a play on the ball that results in an interception. We've been waiting for a while, but Hugo, good game. Okay, safeties to wrap things up. Jamal's out, so we got Quandre Diggs. He got targeted, I believe, once, did not allow any completions, and he continues to really do a great job. As a quick aside, these safeties seem like a big blind spot for PFF. I don't know what Quandre Diggs is supposed to be doing to earn a really good PFF grade, but I can't think of asking him to do anything that he's not doing. He is doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing out there. I think PFF, that's like a blind spot for them because they don't really think Diggs is that good this year, I don't think. Last time I checked, he was in like the 60s. They have a couple other weird safety blind spots, like Jesse Bates is sub 50, which, I don't know, just a random observation that I had, but Diggs had a perfectly fine game, perfectly solid. Ryan Neal, he held up okay. He got targeted 4 times. I think he gave up 2 completions for, let's see here, 22 yards, so he's good, fine. Most of the damage was done on Jordyn Brooks' head, and at this point, I guess that just kind of is what it is, right? Like, you drafted him, you knew what you were getting into. So, good game all around. Oddity of the PFR tracking, they did not give the touchdown pass we gave up to anyone, I don't think. I don't think they gave that touchdown pass to anybody in coverage, so I guess they just couldn't really figure out who it should be put on, so they just decided to say, oh, he got it against air. But yeah, that's it for past coverage Thursday. Again, we're a little bit late. I know the Thursday night game's already on. I have it on over here. But I always like to try to get this out on the proper days if possible. So I'll see you guys tonight in stream. Peace out, go Hawks. We are nearing the end of the season, people. We're nearing the end. We're going to have an opportunity to step back and really evaluate these guys. And I feel like with the way things are going, it's pretty reasonable to look at this and start to really understand who the problem is and who the problem isn't. Right? Like, a lot of people assume Jamal Adams is terrible in coverage, but the numbers don't bear it out. They don't, sorry. Jordyn Brooks is the main problem. The linebackers get picked on constantly in coverage. And these numbers help really kind of illuminate things like that. They illuminate the fact that Sidney Jones is actually playing good football right now. All right, see you guys later. Go Hawks.